Welcome back to another video, everyone. So on this channel, at least, I've got a few, but on this channel, this is my first video of 2023. And since this channel is exclusively Crash content for the most part, I thought I would talk about what's happening with the Crash series in 2023 and what is happening with the channel because of that. Of course, we already know the big thing that's coming out this year, but you never know. I mean, things could happen, things might not happen. As we saw with the mobile game Crash on the Run, where they said after a short break from updates, they were going to make 2022 crashier than ever. They shut down the game. That's one way to crash it, and it wasn't even in that year. It's happening next month, so even the date wasn't true. Of course, the big thing coming out this year is Crash Team Rumble. That's the thing that we know is releasing, and my theory is towards the end of the year. There is no release date so far, so it could be in March, April, May. And because this game and Crash Team Racing a few years ago got announced at the same event, and that game got a release date when it was announced, plus the fact it was dated for summer, probably means that since this one didn't get dated, it's more likely coming out towards the end of the year. But I'm sure they'll be releasing a lot of info. There's still a lot we need to find out about the game, and I think it'll be fun. I know a lot of people aren't interested in it. That's completely fine. You might not be into these types of games, but as a Crash fan, of course, I'm going to check it out, and it could be really fun. Crash is no stranger to trying out new things. If anything, Crash Team Racing was the same thing. Crash Bash was the same thing when those two games released. One of them ended up becoming the best kart racer of all time. Now, of course, when that game comes out, I'll be doing videos on it. Every day I'll be making Let's Plays and whatnot. But for an update on the channel, until then, what I'm going to be doing is a mega series. Now, this mega series is going to be me playing through all the different Crash games, and I've already done this for the most part. I've already played through a lot of these games, but I'm going to start with the original Crash 1, 2, Crash Warped, and I'm just going to work my way up the main series and then maybe even spin-offs afterwards as well. In one big series, it will be the same playlist on YouTube and everything, and it will be counting up from each other, and I'll just be playing through the games as a Let's Play. Not 100%, that would take way too long, just going through all the levels, seeing all the bosses and whatnot, and just playing through every single one of them leading up to Crash Team Rumble. Is it completely unnecessary? Yes. Especially since I've already played them all before. But I've mentioned this before, and I think a lot of people feel the same way to me. I get the urge to replay a lot of these games at least once per year. So I don't mind doing videos on them again, because I suppose with the Mega Series it could fill out any gaps that I've left already. For example, I haven't done the original trilogy. I've only done the remastered version. There's that one missing part of my Crash Tag Team Racing playthrough, because what happened was the most recent episode, my OBS recorded zoomed in. So there was no way to zoom out because it just recorded that way, and it was terrible. So I wouldn't mind redoing that game entirely and actually finishing it. And then my Crash of the Titans playthrough, I don't know what happened. I checked it this morning. It's been nearly 2 years since part 1. Why didn't I continue that? I have no idea. But that's what I'm going to be doing on the channel leading up to Crash Team Rumble, and when that game comes out, that's what I'll be doing. I'll be making tons of videos on it. Aside from that, another Crash event happening this year is again Crash on the Run being shut down next month. It's a shame because there's lots of cool stuff in that game, loads of cool skins, loads of cool bosses and whatnot that they took from other games. But unfortunately, that is not enough to make it live on, to make it do really well, to make it perform up to their standards, I guess. Valiant effort from the team, but gameplay-wise, it was just not going to hold up. That's all that's happening, 2023 Crash related, and that's more than good enough. I think one major game release is more than good enough. But you never know, there might be some smaller things happening here and there, like the original Crash games may be playable on PS5 through the PS Plus subscription. That definitely might be something that happens. In fact, they just released some PS1 games onto that service. So you never know, they might release those games on the platform, and I'll definitely be covering that when they do. I doubt they would release a remastered collection. I mean, their opportunity was on the anniversary of the franchise, but they could have released, some sort of, I don't know, HD collection for modern consoles or something. Just something quick that they could have pumped out for an anniversary, but they didn't do that then, so I doubt they'll do it now. I think the best hope we have for the older games is to get them on the PlayStation 5. Thank you for watching, I hope you all enjoyed. Definitely subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you all in my next video.